Alright, what is going on, guys? Spiteful back again, coming at you with the Max Transcended Rangiku showcase. Shout out to the boy Cass, huh? Alright, so shout out to the boy Temp for allowing me to do this showcase. He does have a Max Transcended Rangiku, bro. And yo, she got the whip. Yo, bro, I can't.
That's a cool whip.
Anyways, she is a Soul Reaper with an Espada Killer. We have the Focus level 3 with SP across the board. Oh, so good. She does have a base spiritual pressure of 1300 with a total of 3444 spiritual pressure, 3765 focus, as well as 1894 attack. I hope I read that right. Yep, and then 869 defense. Now we are rocking spiritual pressure 30 30 or 30 across the board, as well as the hybrid strong attack damage recharge links, which is really nice, and then the Nini for the SP, for the added SP. Now she does have paralysis on all of her attacks. Now her kit I don't think is as well designed for guild quest in particular. However, with the announcement of harder guild quest, quote unquote, I don't know what K-Lab's gonna do. Whether or not they go with the older format of Guild Quest, but just make it more simplified and more damage based, we don't know. We don't know if they're gonna prioritize 5 of 5 characters or Yoruichis or Soifons again. It's literally, we're not sure. I mean, that's just like the honest answer of it. Now, we do have an increased normal attack of 20%, so Bruiser 20%, Berserker 20%, Devastation 40%, reduced strong attack cooldown as her link, Frenzy Debilitator plus 5 seconds, and Sprinter plus 1. Now, when it comes to her ultimate, she also has weakened defense, and what's cool is if she paralyzes an enemy, she also has increased damage to paralyzed enemies plus 20%. What this means is that if you're able to bomb to the final boss, you'll not only paralyze them, but you'll also inflict weakened defense, which will allow your allies to deal more damage, and on top of that, she will also deal 20% more damage. Increased damage to paralyzed enemies only applies to her, not your allies, but the weakened defense is what I'm talking about when I say like it'll allow your allies to hit harder. Also, with the weakened defense and increased damage to paralyzed enemies, it'll also make it easier to push from the second to last boss to the last boss, while hopefully being able to hit with their ultimate. Being able to fully heal your team with a 60% heal for her ultimate could also be the difference between not only life and death, but being able to maybe push with full stamina damage boost should you take damage while you're trying to push phase. Okay, so going into this Rangiku, she's actually pretty damn good. Yo, mans has a max transcended Veruca and Ichigo, bro. That's crazy. All right, so let's just get into it. Now, Rangiku is interesting because I don't really, for this guild quest, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like K-Lab could have done a better job in terms of giving her a kit specifically for this guild quest. Now, first and foremost, her first strong attack is going to be the 2500 length beam. Let's not bring allies. Okay. Now, first and foremost, she could have been given the 1200 by, excuse me, the 1000 by 1000 shotgun-like attack that Apache has, but instead they opted for the 2500 length beam. Now, Apache's is 1200 by 1200, but keep in mind that that also takes into account the Havoc 20%. So, first strong attack does have the 2500 length beam. Third strong attack is going to be better if I just wait for it to come back. All right, so second strong attack gonna be standard 800 AoE distant, very good. Now the third strong attack I do think is good for guild quest. It is the vacuum into explosion that deals a ton of damage. It's also one of the reasons why 5th anniversary Byakuya is incredibly dominant in there, not only just his vortex. Now, don't get me wrong, his vortex is busted as all hell, but like the third strong attack does hit significantly harder, and it also adds a nice little layer of protection to your homies. Now, the one thing that is weird about her is that her kit is pretty much what, I'm not gonna lie, her kit really does feel like a range character. Now, first, her third strong attack is an AoE distant, right, that attacks in front. Her second strong attack is an AoE distant 800 AoE that attacks in front, and then her first strong attack is a 2500 length beam which attacks in front. So it's kind of jarring for me to remember that she has a melee nad string because I keep thinking that she has like just like AoE or a good amount of range on it, because she doesn't really have like a good amount of range on it. Now I'm kind of sad that I took damage because That's like one thing. Whenever I make videos, I end up like overthinking things, and then I end up focusing more on what I'm saying. Well, I mean, I guess that makes sense, because then, like, imagine if I was just stuttering while I was like playing the entire time. Boom, boom. Ooh, that second strong attack actually has some pretty good damage. Now, this is gonna kill in the first hit, unfortunately, but you'll get an idea of like how much damage she'll deal. Boom, boom. All right, so 50.8k. Then we can multiply the weakened defense, which is a 25% damage boost usually to inheritance zone enemies, as well as a 20% damage boost with the paralysis. So let's just get right into that. So it was roughly 50k, right? And then we multiply like 1.25 times 1.1 because it's times 1.2 because it is multiplicative. So she'll roughly hit for like 75k. We'll be right back. I'm gonna just check this out. All right, so context, we do have the 10% damage bonus, so just keep that in mind.
That's a cool whip.
Boom, boom. So the 56k turns into 89k. Okay, so let's put that back into the calculator. So 56k, so 84k, right? So I mean, I guess the multiplier will probably be more along the lines of like 30%, I suppose, like roughly 87. Yeah, I mean, that sounds about right. So like 33%, that does make sense in terms of just damage. Okay, interesting. Very nice nonetheless. Okay, all right, so let's swap in the Senkaizen link and see exactly what she can do there. Obviously, I'm gonna have to play a little bit more conservative and just make sure that I don't actually lose my full stamina damage boost this time around. Yeah, you know what else I'm gonna do? Let's do that. Okay, so let's go with boom, spot a killer. No Senkaizen. I mean, I guess I go with an off-color Senkaizen. I mean, it's still more damage, which is funny. Like it's actually kind of, I'm not gonna lie, it's actually pretty funny that, all right, so we're gonna go with an off-color Senkaizen. I'm not gonna lie though, it's still gonna be more damage, but it's kind of funny. I need a vortex. Let's use you. Thank you. It's kind of funny because like link slot potions don't really give that much damage bonus. I mean, don't get me wrong, the difference is definitely noticeable, but it's not like such a big difference. And it's kind of funny because Transcendence is time limited in terms of like you're restricted to a certain amount of small scrolls, medium scrolls, large scrolls, no matter what, unless like what is it called, unless you do like the daily, because the daily is actually really nice with the large scrolls, but like in terms of medium and small scrolls, you are capped on how many you can get per month, which is it's still kind of unfortunate. Back in the day, inheritance zone link slot potions were limited as well, so I'm hoping that over time they'll be a lot less what's the word I'm looking for, they'll be a lot less time restricted. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. All right, so I was just building combo. One thing to note though is back in the day, well, actually to this day, Transcendence is more time limited, and I'm still surprised because link slot potions, in my opinion, is a lot harder work, quote unquote, than it is to get Transcendence. Unless we're talking about like epic raids, but like you can just do the large scroll daily quest anyways, so it's not really that big a deal now, at least not in my opinion. But I'm hoping that it's a lot more available in the future. Either that or maybe they'll buff link slots. Like I feel like link slots are kind of outdated, especially compared to Transcendence, but to be fair, Transcendence is kind of locked behind is kind of locked behind sort of looking for behind dupes, and it's pretty much a paywall, right? This is the plan. I'm gonna do my first strong attack and see how much damage we deal. So 13.86, that is with a 10% damage bonus. It's pretty good. Now we haven't hit the boss, so let's do that. Are you serious, bro? Yeah, so overall, pretty good damage. I wish that the boss was an Espada, just to make our life a bit easier. Alright, so let's check out this damage. It's definitely going to be a lot more inflated. Boom. So 59.2k into 90k for the crit. Damn. Damn, dude, that... And 90k hits 4 times, so 270k plus the additional like 55k, 55, 60k. It's not bad. It's not bad damage, and that's without killer too. Like when she gets killered, like she does have a Spada killer, and like I said, she's mainly gonna be for that specific guild quest. I still love Mayuri's boost, bro. I really hope in the future we get more characters like this Mayuri. Like the fact that he's actually fighting on this thing instead of it just being like for show is it's too good. But I'm gonna leave it at that. You guys grind on, catch up with me, stay blessed. I kind of wish we had the Senkaizen link for this Rangiku. That's why the damage was a bit deflated in comparison. But yeah, I mean, I guess I'll leave it at that. You guys grind on, catch up with me, stay blessed. I wish you the best luck in summons. Shout out to the boy Temp. Bro, you better go get yourself that green Senkaizen, bro. Anyways, I'll leave it at that. Stay blessed, y'all. See y'all in the next one. Peace. I just went for the road.
That's a cool whip. Ah, I thought you couldn't.